Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to talk about how to run Kruskal Wallis H test using SPSS. So first and foremost, we use this test if our goal is to compare separate groups or independent groups, and this is an alternative to one-way ANOVA. Usually we use one-way ANOVA when comparing multiple groups. However, if we fail to fulfill the assumptions, for example, the assumption of normality, we can use its non-parametric counterpart, which is the Kruskal-Wallis H test, right? So in this example, I borrowed this data set from the textbook of Andy Field. I just modified it to fit my teaching style. This is based on a study about the relationship between the type of exposure to a clown and the fear of the participants. So there are four conditions in this experiment. In the first condition, the participants were exposed to a video of a scary clown, a scary advertisement that has a clown in it. And their fear after watching the video or the advertisement was measured. Then in the second condition, they were exposed to a story of a helpful clown who helped a group of lost tourists find their way outside the forest or out of the forest. And in the third condition, they were exposed to an actual clown who was described as playful, and there is also a control condition. So in the first column, we can see here their assignments, their respective assignments. So we have here those in the first group. In here, we have those in the second group, and so on and so forth. In the second column, we can see here the level of fear. Okay, so to run the analysis, we can click on Analyze. Then let's click on Non-Parametric Tests. And then let's click on Independent Samples. And under Fields, so let's click on Fields. Let me show you how I did this. I drag the grouping variable onto groups, and fear, our outcome variable, I drag it in the first box on the right side. And before you click on Run, click on Settings first, and make sure that you click on Customize Test, and make sure that you have checked on Kruskal-Wallis tests. And now we can click on Run, and now we can see here the results generated by SPSS. So in this table, you can see that the decision is reject the null hypothesis, meaning there is at least one group is significantly different compared to the others, or we need to check the post hoc to determine which comparisons or which groups are significantly different from one another. But where can we see the post hoc test here? We can double click on the results on the table, and this would show up in your output viewer. All right, so as you can see on the right side of the screen, we can see here the specifics. The total sample size was 60, and the test statistic is 17.058 with 3 degrees of freedom, and the p-value is definitely less than 0.05, it's 0.001. And now we can take a look at the figure above, so we can see here the visualization of the scores or the distribution of their fear scores across conditions. So we can see here that those who were exposed to the scary clown video had the highest score in the fear measure, while those who were exposed to the helpful clown and the playful clown their scores were lower compared to those who were exposed to the scary clown. And on the right side, we can also see here the score for the fear levels of the control group. So how can we know the specifics or the comparisons between the different conditions? So on the lower portion of the screen, we can click on View. Let's click on this one, and then make sure that you click on pairwise comparisons. And once you see this on screen, just scroll down, and we can see here the post hoc results. So one way of doing post hoc in Kruskal-Wallis H test is to run separate Mann-Whitney-U tests, but it's different from your typical Mann-Whitney-U test because this is corrected. Okay, so this is corrected to control for error that is brought about by running multiple tests. Well, anyway, we can see here that I want you to focus your attention on the rows that has cells that are colored yellow. So we can see here that there is one row here that contains a yellow colored cell. And this row pertains to the comparison between those who were exposed to the helpful clown and those who were exposed to the scary clown. So just like in one-way ANOVA post hoc test, we can say that there is a significant difference between these two groups. And later we will know more about this. For now, let's try to take a look if there are other significant differences. So there's another one here below, playful clown versus scary clown. So as expected, there is a significant difference between these two conditions. Interestingly, there are when the conditions are compared to the control group, no significant differences were observed. So to know more about these comparisons, what I suggest is to go back to your SPSS data view and click on analyze, and then let's click on descriptive statistics and let's click on explore. And in the factor list, put there the grouping variable, and in the dependent list, put here the outcome variable. And let me click on statistics, as well as the statistics option here on the upper right. So I check on descriptives, and under options, just okay. Now let's click on okay. So now we can see here the descriptive statistics. Okay, so let's review the output of the post hoc test. Let's click on this again. Perhaps we can display this side by side. All right, there you go. So going back to the results of the post hoc test, we learned that there is a significant difference between those who were exposed to the helpful clown and those who were exposed to the scary clown. So let's take a look at the median, at the medians of these two groups. So for the scary clown, the median score was 4, while for the helpful clown, the median was 1. So definitely the fear displayed, the level of fear displayed by the kids towards the scary clown was significantly higher because the median is 4 compared to the fear level of those who watch or who were exposed to the story of the helpful clown, because their median level was 1. All right, so now let's move on to the next comparison. So we also learned that those who were exposed to the playful clown and those who were exposed to the scary clown also had significant differences. So just like earlier, the mean fear for those in the first condition was 4, and the mean fear for those in the playful clown condition was I'm talking about the median, not the mean, sorry. So let's look at the median. It's 1. All right, so we can say here that those who were exposed to the scary clown condition exhibited greater fear compared to those who were exposed to the playful clown, as well as to those who were exposed to the video or the story of the helpful clown. And no other significant differences or no other comparisons were significant. So that is it for how to run and interpret the results of Kruskal-Wallis H test in SPSS. I hope you learned a lot in this demonstration, and please subscribe for more videos about research and statistics. Thank you very much.